Hey guys, so I was tagged by Silver Flowers, hey Silver Flowers, to do this I'm a product junkie tag. I realized that I can't do this tag because I am saved. I'm a saved product junkie. I used to be a product junkie. Now, shout out to all the people that have been following me ever since those early days when I used to just really splash out on these products. Let's see, I used to really I had this thing with thinking that Americans had the better products than us, and I started off with the herbal essences. I don't know who remembers the long-term relationship. I went and bought the long-term relationship and the beautiful end. So the long-term relationship was in the US and beautiful ends was in the UK, and I bought both of them, and I did the one versus the other video, and it was all fun and games. I was learning and I was doing my thing, and you guys were kind of egging me on, encouraging me as you always do. And we were all new to this whole hair journey thing. Well, the majority of us, I assume, were all new to it, so we're all learning together. So, and then I went to get New Grow because Atia used to go on about it. So I was like, okay, let me see how it goes. And then I got the B Mine as well. So I got into so many hypes. And then I just came to realize that this doesn't make sense. Basically, what I'm doing doesn't make sense. I just want to, in this video, kind of give you some encouragement of how not to become a product junkie and help you not to, and tell you a bit more about me and how I became one. So when you think of hair, you just think about a product, and obviously we need products in the sense of that I can't just wash my hair and air dry my hair with no moisturizer in it. I need a moisturizer. So yeah, we do need products for our hair. But the whole problem I have with this whole product junkie thing is that the fact that we feel we need to just be buying into all these hypes. The black beauty industry is $1 billion a year industry. They're making so much money. So what I'm trying to say is that there's so many products out there, so many products out there. You need to choose what works for you. And I understand if you're just starting your journey, your hair journey, you're going to need to experiment because obviously you don't really know what your hair likes. And I get that, and I'm glad that I did that. I'm glad I was a product junkie because I was able to help other people, show other people how this thing works, and give my reviews and all that. And I've done that, and it's cool, it's fine. I'm just glad that I've come out of it because it honestly is a waste of money. And you can say the same for skincare or sometimes makeup, all these things that we feel like we need. I really don't believe God gave us this type of hair for us to need to give it a break all the time, or it can't be worn out. There's ways around it. There's definitely ways around it that we just need to change the way that we have been conditioned to behave. I honestly don't feel like I need a texturizer. I want to put a texturizer in my hair. And trust me, if I feel that one day I'm tired of texturizing, or I don't want this anymore, or whatever, going natural is not ruled out for me. It's just something that I don't want to do right now. But if I wanted to, if tomorrow I just decided, why not? What's holding me back? I do know the things I cannot do with my 4C hair. And I think that it's very important to know your hair texture, what it can do, and not really get into hypes of kind of following what other people are doing, which I have been guilty of in the past. So I do know the potential of my hair. It's good to know these things, but it doesn't mean your hair can't be worn. It doesn't mean it can't be looked after. You just need to change the way that you think about it. So I don't think we need all these things. It's more of a want. You've seen my video on my favorite hair products, and the products I mentioned, most of them I use in rotation. I always have a moisturizing conditioner, but sometimes I feel like switching it up, and I know that product works for me. It's not something I need to do, it's something I want to do. Maybe I want to smell the smell, maybe I just want to try something new, I want to experience the type of slip it gave me, so I just go back and use it. But most of the time, these are the basic products that I stick to, and I keep my stuff really small, my collection, because at the end of the day, you're going to put it on your hair and you're going to wash it out. So what's the point of spending so much money on a product that does the same thing, may not even work for you, but just because you're following a hype, it doesn't make sense. I've got my moisturizers here, Proline Comb Through Softener and the Hot 6 oil. So this is my moisturizer, and I have been tempted to change and try something else, but then to be honest, this has worked for me, so I don't think that's necessary. So let's move on to the light proteins. Replenishing conditioner is a light protein, I believe. It really works for me. I use it most of the time in the month or during my regimen. Like, this is one of the products that I use quite a lot, and it's only £5.45. I know the price depends on where you go to and it keeps going up and down, but it's not expensive to have a hair journey. This, I would say, is a strong protein. Hair mayonnaise, this has always worked for me since the beginning of my hair journey, and I love it. This is another protein. This could be known as a light protein depending on your hair, but then again, this has always worked for me as well, the 2-minute reconstructor. And I also use a 2-step protein treatment every 6 weeks because it works for me as well. Then you have a moisturizing conditioner, a very simple, cheap one, Tresemme Naturals. I really do like the brand Tresemme. Reasonable, affordable, and it actually does the job. Rotate between the Cream of Nature or the Afro G, but the Afro G is £15, and for a while now I haven't bought it because I just feel like I'd rather buy food or I'd rather buy clothes. Like, I just don't feel like spending £15 on a moisturizing conditioner. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to use the Afro G again, but like, to be honest, like, there's other things I could be worrying about. So these are the only 2 shampoos that I use, and yes, I get tempted to try something else, but it's really not worth it, especially when you just don't get the results you desire and you've used something and then you feel stupid after it because you know you could have avoided it, but just because that person said it worked for them, that's really not the way to go. So olive oil aloe shampoo and the Care hydrating and detangling shampoo. I really like this one because it's a big bottle for $17.99. Yes, I know it's a lot, but it's lasted me months and months, and I'm only like towards the very end right now. It's just really lasted me. I really like these products. So like, what else would you really need? You don't need much. A nice sharp scissors for your trims, combs, hair accessories, obviously. So you just need to like kind of listen to like-minded people that are on the same page as you. And what definitely inspired me was seeing people on YouTube that like hardly use many products and their hair was so long. There's no miracle product. I'm sorry to break it to you. I dealt with the harsh truth a few years ago myself. There is no miracle product that grows your hair. Technique is number one. It's the top product, your technique. Once you get your technique right, and when I say technique, I mean, for example, a new moisturizer in my hair that claims to, you know, shape my hair when it comes to braid outs and bantu knots and give me that definition. Instead of doing that, I will use my moisturizer and I'll seal my hair, and my technique would be, okay, let me leave these braids in for a couple of days and then I'll get the definition I desire, instead of using a product that will dry out my hair. And yes, I've been there before. Very recently, I've been there before. I've gone and said, okay, this product gives me definition, let me do this. And this is the kind of downside of heatless styles. The disappointment that comes when your hair doesn't dry or it doesn't come out the way you want it. And yes, it is a price to pay for everything, and there are pros and cons to everything, but it doesn't mean I'm going to go back to heat. So that's just what it is. So I just think that all this hype on products, guys, just try and look into yourself, learn your hair and learn what it needs. It really doesn't need much. And it's like, even after that vlog I did about what my mum said about the face mask thing, I kind of don't use it that much anymore. Like, I kind of stepped back because I got some comments like, your skin is beautiful, you don't really need these things. And I guess she had a point. I mean, she's old-fashioned, and she would say her skin is clear too. So like, all you need to do is like it's also with this whole hair journey, and what you put inside of your body as well also counts. Because if you're constantly throwing rubbish inside of your body and you want to get the nicest, most expensive, most talked about product, it really doesn't make sense. And also, obviously, you need, someone else did mention this before, and yeah, black hair industry is kind of wrong, because like, they sell you all these products, but they don't ever say, you know, you need to put a scarf on to kind of preserve the moisture. They don't encourage that. So we need to kind of use our own common sense, because if you go by what you're looking at on the bottle, it will tell you to buy the whole line, and you start off with the shampoo, conditioner and all that. And I do get that some products are specially scientifically formulated to be used with each other. And this is why, like, if I do something like a dye, I'll use the conditioner that came in the dye, because I feel like that's important. Yeah, like, you guys know, I just mix up with my products. Like, I don't like, I can use a completely different brand of shampoo, then move on to a different conditioner, and it works out fine for me. So Guys, I hope this video helped. Sorry if it wasn't what you were expecting, but I just actually am not a product junkie anymore, and I actually don't have anything cool to say about this whole product junkie thing. But yes, you can look back on my videos from years ago and you can see how I have evolved as a person in terms of products and many other things. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you do not become a product junkie, or you stop those product junkie ways, girl. Speak soon. Bye. What works best for your hair. You have to learn what works best for your hair. I can't stress this enough. I say this like all the time. The fact that you're moisturizing your hair with a consistent moisturizer, yeah, it means something, but it has to be consistent. If you're switching between, it messes up the rotation of your hair regimen. And you know, I learned the hard way. Of buying products, being excited about products. Guys, let me tell you, it's not about products. Like, it really isn't. I was ordering expensive products from America. There was the new growth phase, there was the Be Mine phase. I mean, Be Mine, I realized that my hair didn't like 100% natural organic products. It doesn't like it. It doesn't do anything for my hair. And with New Grow, it's just another product that is good, but there's I can live without it. It's not like my hair needs it. I can use it and I'll still keep it, but that was just hype, unnecessary hype that wasn't even needed.